London, stand up. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the number one candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get it all prepaid. What you I'm on it, break, no side, know about these ways. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate.
It's week 3 of the National Football League, and front and center is Deuce Vaughn.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll leave this one for White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry for Rachaad White. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4. You look at this Cowboy defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 4th down, here's Jay Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Devontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. 35 yards that time on the punt. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there? Yeah. 2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. That's a phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive with Vaughn. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 107 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Play action. Now Purdy. He'll check this one down to Vaughn. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Purdy. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to turn to the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
With their lack of pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, it's Vaughn. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Purdy. And it is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. The Cowboys are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Vaughn. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Back to throw. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucks post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Again, a run with Vaughn. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Purdy from the gun.
He gets it to Cooks. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He was able to hit on the touchdown last time out to Mike Evans. And now starting anew here, 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. Headed 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
They'll set up to throw.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start to drive with White.
yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
First down, here's White. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
A gain of 12. First down, Buccaneers.
They'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll begin on the ground here with Vaughn. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It was Jamel Dean who came up to make the tackle. Now 2nd and 5. Vaughn, they'll try the left side. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 3rd and 3. 30 now to throw off the play action. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for Cowboys.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half, as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 1. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. That one a first down pickup of 8. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Third quarter starts with a run from Vaughn. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now third down and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Purdy now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So for Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Throwing here, Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Running behind center with Vaughn. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Purdy off the play fake. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Purdy. This will be caught inside the 10. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. On the ground with Vaughn. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it'll be Vaughn.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Purdy looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They were 7-point winners a week ago, and they lead by 7 here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On play action, they'll throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They give it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Vaughn on the handoff.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. That he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get back behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington.
Here's 3rd and 9.
It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Purdy, he'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Here's Purdy.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on third down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a two-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And some room to work. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 83 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They run straight ahead here with White. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now back to the ground game with White. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I mean, just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 1st down, Purdy. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Purdy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets this out to the 34 out of bounds there. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Purdy bootlegging it.
Throw complete right side to Coates. And he goes out right around the 39.
2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Purdy. Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That completes it again to Metcalf.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He completes it right side of Lane. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. And this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8.
And he fins it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Gotta try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, man. They are living on the razor's edge. If this is incomplete, this game's over. Instead, it's a huge pickup. And I think the win percentage calculator is going to have to work overtime here because this game has really had some swings.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw.
Here's White. They set up the screen.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Purdy down to a knee, and that should be the final act of the ball game.
Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. It's away, and it's a high kick here, but not high enough to hit the scoreboard here in Dallas.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth and I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth, but I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it back. First order of biz, no snitching. I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. And birthday, got another hit, no flinching. And tell them send a watch that I can fit both friends. She on the class trying to get a